back in the Machinima days. Let's reframe this up a little bit. So, I don't know if you know what Machinima is, but it used to be that you would... Everyone now is partnered with YouTube. You know, you get monetized, you partner with YouTube. But like every channel that gets monetized is effectively partnered with YouTube. But back in the day, you didn't have to be, and YouTube started the partnership program so they could wipe out things like Machinima. Because what Machinima would do is partner you. So they would say, we'll take over your videos, uploads, monies and all that, and we'll give you monies. And so you know you're getting money for your videos and all that, but we'll take over some aspects of, like, you know, the profiting from and the building up in the brand, and like, so it's like they partner with you. Some of them don't do much for you, you just make your videos and upload them. Others have a big heavy hand in how you're being developed as a creator. Machinima were a bit back then, they were quite light touch insofar as they didn't tell you what to do with your content. They gave you opportunities. For Phil, what it meant was he negotiated a contract where he was getting paid by Machinima per view. So he was rolling in. If he could get views, he was rolling in it. Didn't matter about how long the people watched for, whether they clicked the adverts, this and that. With the Machinima deal, he was getting paid per view. It was a mistake for a company like Machinima. It was maybe a risk they took on different streamers, because some streamers could provide low quality content but get a bunch of views, and they don't get much out of it, but you're still paying me for my views. So Phil was on that sort of end of it. You know, he started making 10-minute videos and about 20 of them a day. You know what I mean? Like, he was getting a lot of views at one point as well, and Machinima were paying him a lot of money. So that's just a little bit of an overview of that. We can look into that another time more deeply if you didn't know what Machinima was and why it's branding his content like this. Obviously, eventually Machinima completely failed as a company, and Phil fell out of favour with them before they did. There was a lot of promotional money spent through Machinima. Maybe they did make a bit of money, but it didn't survive. Essentially, they were a brand that if you went to the Machinima channel page, you would see top YouTubers that were all under the Machinima umbrella. That was the idea.
DSP tries it. Okay, so today,
I don't know why this is all... I don't know why that is censored, the logo. Maybe because the logo is made by somebody and they took it back and didn't want him to use it. I don't know. No, it looks censored though.
we're going to be trying out something that I've actually seen ads for on television.
Brilliant. Of course, it's something you've seen adverts for on television, no doubt, Phil. Recording in the dark today.
I've actually saw it on a couple of websites that I went to, and I was interested in getting it. And
what websites are you going to?
Pandalea and I were at the mall yesterday.
Oh God, Panda's in it. This is early doors. Panda's in it, isn't she? So we've got... This is to appease the teenage girlfriend. We've got Slushy Magic. I can't... what is this? In my subsistence wisdom, I believe what they're going to do is throw the ice into the cup and mash it up and then pour in the Snapple. I think that's what this is. It's an ice mashy cup for children.
And we decided to grab it at a store, one of those as seen on TV stores.
Please stop wobbling around. As seen on TV stores. Oh my God, the infomercial store. Phil's the most impressionable consumer. This is a waste of your money. It's a cup. You can smash ice in a plastic bag with a hammer. This is a cup. Maybe you might shave the ice. Maybe there'll be a device that you twist and it might shave the ice. You know, other than that, I refer you back to the plastic bag and the hammer, but this time not for the ice.
Basically, they have all kinds of products that you can get from things that are advertised on TV, and this is one of them. It's called Slushy Magic.
I can see.
What we're going to do is we're going to try to make a slushy with this and see if it actually works. Now,
okay, if I was going to be shooting this in my kitchen, the first thing I would do is tidy up all the items in the sink and, you know, in the area, because you're shooting the video in your kitchen. So the window scraper, or is that for cleaning the pots? Is that the pot washer? What's it doing on the surface like that? And the plates and things in the, like, does he have a dishwasher? I can't remember. He has one now, but Cat's broke it. But yeah, these things would need to be tidied away, wouldn't they? Just simple basics.
According to the instructions, the first thing you're supposed to do is freeze.
Oh, he's touching the ice. I can't drink it now.
These 3 cube things.
Freeze the ice. Got it, yeah.
In your fridge, okay?
Yeah.
And then you're supposed to put them in the slushy magic.
This is not complicated. He's describing it like he's uncovering an ancient Egyptian hieroglyphic tome, and it gives instructions for the discovery of buried treasure. Well, the first thing you need to do is insert these stone tablets into these strange shapes. Oh, it's unlocked. No, this is just really put the ice in the cup, and you didn't have to have special ice cubes. They provide whatever that it looks like, some sort of bag that they've frozen them in. They provide that to charge you money for a plastic bag, so that you spent more money on their stupid product. It's a cup with that you put ice in. You didn't need any special frozen ice in any special shape. You can see that, by the way, the ice is denatured. But they're going to sell you the special ice freezing kit system that they provide that works with the slushy magic, and you bought into the concept. So before they could film this video, Phil he's probably got ice. He could have probably picked up a bag of ice from the chuffing petrol station, but instead, from the gas station, but instead he's had to wait for this slushy magic specific ice to freeze in the freezer.
Is freeze these 3 cube things in your fridge, okay?
They're the least cuboid cubes I've ever seen.
And then you're supposed to
Look like Crichton's head.
put them in the
What? In the cup? This is baffled.
slushy magic, which is just a generic plastic cup.
It is a generic plastic cup. Well spotted.
And then you're supposed to take
Panda love that.
the slushy magic, which is just a generic plastic cup. And then you're supposed to take any liquid. It could be, literally anything.
Well,
Fruit
not piss.
juice.
Fruit juice. Lemonade. Oh, no, it might be a bit fizzy. Fruit juice, maybe. Any liquid. Any liquid.
Soda, drink. It could
Soda.
be, literally anything. Fruit juice.
That's Panda handling the Snapple, and I really would like to see, how she grapples that Snapple. I think we're missing out here, Phil. Got an opportunity to film your hot girlfriend doing things, and instead you're wobbling around like you're on the deck of a boat. Titanico vision. This is awful, Phil. Please turn the attention to your hot girlfriend. That's what she's there for, isn't it? Misogynistic.
Soda, drink.
There she is.
We're going to actually put in some Snapple.
Lemon flavor.
In the dark.
And where's the fill line? You have to make sure that we do it only.
It's a generic cup. You don't have to follow the instructions about the fill line. You can't in one breath say, oh, it's a stupid generic cup, and in the other breath say, I need to adhere strictly to these instructions. The whole concept is, what it is it's ice in a cup. You provide the drink. You provide the drink. You've been sold it, and the thing that you've been sold is the instructions, the utensils, all of that rubbish, and it's just it's like side content, it's extras, it's what's the word, it's microtransaction aesthetics. There's a word for it, visuals. I can't remember the right word, I'm stupid, but there's a word, it's like microtransaction aesthetic items that go with your cup of ice and drink, and you didn't need any of this. You could have just got some ice, and I'm going to repeat myself a number of times during this, I can feel it coming. You could have just smashed up some ice in a cup.
The fill line. There's a fill line
on
the glass.
The fill line's making me angry. Fuck the fill line. Ignore the fill line. Live a little.
It's here somewhere. There it is. Okay, good.
She's gone up to the fill line but not over it because she knew it might set him off. He's not happy. He stayed there on it, filming it. Behind the camera he said, hey, get to that fill line. That's slightly off the fill line.
Good. Okay.
Good. Okay, now we're there. Exactly on the fill line. That's perfect. Fine.
And now you attach the lid.
And secure it, otherwise you'll have a massive explosion.
And now on the top here, to show you, there's a hole.
Oh my god. If you're just going to poke a thing in the hole and smash it in with the hole, like an ice pick in the hole, what are we doing?
Just to cover with your finger. Honey, you're blocking the light.
Honey, you're blocking the light.
Here to show you, there's a hole that you're supposed to cover with your finger. Honey, you're blocking the light.
Honey, you're blocking the light.
Top here to show you, there's a hole that
That's the only hole he's having a go on tonight.
You're supposed to cover with your finger. Honey, you're blocking the light.
Because even though he's got a young, hot girlfriend who people suggest he groomed from a young age, because while she joined him at his condo and becoming his girlfriend at an age when she was legally acceptable old enough, the process of her becoming his friend leading up to it and talking to him on the internet, she might not have been. So they talk about that as an issue. He's over that now. Obviously, she's left him.
There it is. The hole you're supposed to cover with your
But
finger.
this is the past. So cover it with your finger. Not your finger, Phil. Don't you touch it. I've got a drink out of this.
When you shake it. And the reason the hole exists is if you were doing soda, obviously if you shake soda, you create carbon, what is it, dioxide, carbon monoxide, whatever it is.
Not carbon monoxide. You're not going to die from soda. Carbon dioxide, yeah. And it's to relieve pressure. There's a hole for the pressure. So it's hardly a high-tech device. It's a cup with a lid.
The CO2, carbon dioxide, gas. It needs to be released if you don't, the couple...
Wait, am I also seeing some... Is there going to be maybe some abrasive nature to the top end of the cup? Like, is it going to smash in the top of the cup? Is it like a cocktail shaker? In a cocktail shaker, you don't want to smash up the ice. I don't know if this is Scott's Top Tips. We need a song for this. Hang on. Have I got a button for this? Or maybe it's my Stream Deck that's crashing. Should keep pressing it. Where's my button for Phil? Where's my Phil's? Hang on, I've got a button for Phil.
There's too many fucking idiots.
Super tougher.
I can say whatever the fuck I want, and you like it. Or you shut the fuck up.
That could be the intro. What was I even saying? Oh yeah, Scott's Top Tips. Well, that's not the intro for Scott's Top Tips, is it? We need a song for Scott's Top Tips. Anyway, Scott's Top Tips is, right? Fuck. And I've just remembered I've got this playlist on in the background. I bet this playlist has got copyright materials in it. What are we doing? Fallout. I should be alright with that. The Scott's Top Tips, right? Fallout. Scott's Top Tips is if you're doing cocktails, you think you want all the crushed ice in the cocktail to cool it down. You don't. You want big, solid pieces of ice that cool the drink but don't dissolve into it. You don't want them all to be melty because that's going to dilute the drink. So you want big solid pieces of ice, not all crushed up little bits. So good cocktail work, you know when they're shaking the thing, you don't want it, that's going to break up all the ice. It's going to knock all the edges off it. It's going to make it diluted. What you want to do is you want to turn it. And that's why they do the hippie shake and all that. You turn it. You don't want to break up the ice. But this might be this sort of reverse principle. This might be a cocktail shaker where you effectively just smash the ice up in the cup. That's my guess. I still don't know what this is. There's like a sort of, is it a sippy straw or is it I'm presuming that's some sort of ice pick. But what's he bought here? Why have they gone into this shop and bought this? To make your own slushies at home, okay. Although in America slushies are available at all the major petrol stations, gas stations. It's not a gas, is it? Why'd you call it gas? It's not a gas. It's definitely a liquid. You can pour it on yourself and you go on fire. It's definitely a liquid. Why'd you call it gas? The system is, it goes in the cup anyway and it turns into slushy. So at some point the ice has got to be broken and you're going to pay however... really, to review these things, he needs to tell us how much this cost. Because I can guarantee every dollar of it was a waste of money and he no longer uses this at all. He might actually, it still might be functional as a cup. So you probably still could use it as a cup.
Explode.
It's an expensive cup. Why didn't he have sex with his girlfriend?
Carbon dioxide, gas. It needs to be released if you don't, the couple...
That thumb is down on that button. There's a lot of tension built up in her. That thumb is pressed down hard on that button. I think that when Phil and her got together, there was this like period of non-sex when they first got together, and I think he was like really good about things because he's the older guy and she's younger. So just take it in your time, honey. And then like he used that as an excuse to never have sex with her, and then it got worse and worse. And eventually they had a couple of attempts that went wrong before she decided just to fuck it off and sleep around instead before breaking up with him. I think that she might have liked him emotionally because she was younger, but as she matured he became less attractive, and obviously as she stayed with him and smelled him more, he became increasingly less attractive until the point where he probably got on her nerves and she just had to leave. But throughout it, the sex life is an interesting aspect to me because I don't think Phil was attracted to her as a young lady. I think Phil's got a complicated sexuality from what we've seen, and it's either repressed homosexuality, or even like there's a question of like some worse things, but I'm not going to go too deep into that today now. Let's keep it light. But but yeah, feel like I suppose that repressed homosexuality could be the time that it was repressed, the age, the day, you know, the experience. I think he's quite a immature person with his sexuality, and I don't think he would have been able to take control of the situation and feel confident in her presence sexually. So I just think he just wasn't able to, and they didn't. So, but she's quite a like Panda Lee. You can't even see her face in this, but Panda Lee is quite a boyish. Back then, quite a boyish, tomboyish young lady, but good looking, and was actively trying to sort of seduce Phil, because you see, like when they go on holiday, for example, there's a wonderful scene in one. We will get to watch this one of these days, where he's in the bathroom and he comes out and he's got the camera on, and she's lying on the bed, and she's like, "Hey babe," effectively like, "Hey baby," and you think to yourself, put down the camera and have sex with your girlfriend. But he's obviously using the camera as a defense mechanism between the interaction of him and his girlfriend. Like, they could have had this fun together. Obviously, they're making money off the internet. Anything they can upload, money off Machinima. Okay, but like this could have been a couple's interaction, but instead the camera is a barrier between them interacting. He's now like a director. Do this with your hand, honey. This and that. He's looking through the camera, not in her eyes, at her. You know, there's a distancing that the camera creates, and Phil uses that to his advantage for their entire relationship, because he doesn't want to have sex with her because he's scared.
Load, so it has that hole. But for us, we're only using regular Snapple iced tea, so we shouldn't have that problem. All right, so now what you got to do?
They should have put a cover on it then. They should have built a cover on it so you don't have to hold your thumb on it.
Literally, is stand and shake that glass for 2 minutes.
There she is. So you can see what I'm saying, can't you? Now, I'm not saying she's not feminine, but she has a sort of boyish charm as well, doesn't she? Like, she's a little bit androgynous in the face, but she's definitely got a feminine body, and she's definitely like, you know, his girlfriend. So also, this is beauty poetry. In this scene, we can see, I'm gonna have to do a bit of this. We can see the planner. A full size, like, who in their fucking right mind has a wall planner that is the entire year? You do it month by month on a calendar. You don't put the entire calendar out as a huge wall planner. And look at all this stuff he's written in scrawl on the month, which makes me think that the wall planner was bought, like, you know, the previous months have nothing on them. This is doing my nut in. This is actually doing my nut in. The scheduling and the wall planner. Like, the previous months, no, there's nothing on any of this. So are we saying that he did nothing to plan? Or did he just recently buy the wall planner, put it up for these last few months of the year? So this one's busy, but these aren't. Is that what happened? If so, why did you buy a wall planner in... Is it January? Is that the month of January? I can't see what the month is. I would have assumed the last months would have been the later ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. January, February, March, April, May, June, July this should be, shouldn't it? I don't understand. December. That looks like December. That's January. Hang on. Wait. The wall planner goes December, January. December, January. February, March, April, May, June. Why is it like that? Why doesn't it start at the start of the year? Is it some kind of like season, like, you know, if it's a football season or something like that, you might... Why has he done that? It's bizarre. That's something to be thought about. And then down the bottom there in April, you can see he's obviously converting to Islam or something, because he's written that in Arabic. Got something planned for April. Got anything planned for September, the 11th? The wall planner, like, you wouldn't want to live with that in your kitchen. It's unnecessary and overbearing, and it starts at... So hang on, counting back then, December, November. I can't see where it goes to. October. Don't know all the months. I'm not very clever going backwards with the months. August, September, August, June, July. It starts in like May. I suppose it starts where it finishes, April, May, June. So I suppose it starts in July. Maybe it's a school calendar, like a school term calendar. After the summer holidays, you go back to school. It's just fucking weird. Like, who's done that and why? Like, why would he choose to have that on his wall in that setup? Doesn't make any sense to me. On the fridge, all the important bits need to be covered. Those fridge magnets are from a computer game. They're from a computer game called Mother, or it's the Mother series. It's from the NES game. So they're cool, right? They're cool little fridge magnets, but it's angering me that they are regimented placed. Like, why do they have to be lined up? And it makes me feel like Phil goes to the fridge, removes something from the fridge, notices one of these is slightly tilted to askew, and then writes it. I like my fridge magnets to be freeform, to be a bit of snaz and jazz going on, a bit of fun. That looks like all the fun's been taken out of them. We've got some sort of... It looks like an electronic notepad on the fridge. And also we've got a dry white marker pad on the fridge. So we're very organised, aren't we, when it comes to the shopping lists. Don't want to miss anything out off the shopping list there. And we've got something else that's stuck to the fridge with a bit of sticky paper down the bottom there. And I can't tell what the hell it is. It looks like a picture of something. It might just be a joke thing, or it might be an instruction. Or I tell you what, this could be bad. If it's this, then this would be really bad. Is that that could be the cooking instructions for something like a pizza, but instead of having to repeatedly read the box, you stick it to the fridge. I doubt it. That would be kind of slovenly. So I don't know what that is, but you know, Phil does. And Panda does. So let's watch her do the hippie hippie shake, because this is probably the highlight of the video, isn't it? Watching the saucy young lady do the shaking of the... You'll see, as I predict as well, you'll see the sexual frustration. You'll see the fact that she has not been getting it writ large over her performance of the shaking of the ice.
What you gotta do, literally, is stand and shake that glass for 2 minutes. So right now it's 6:07.
Film the woman! It's not misogyny, she's the thing that's happening. I suppose it sounded misogynistic when I said film the woman. But do you know what I mean? Like, film your girlfriend. Like, she's there. She's the focus. Like, she immediately started shaking. Don't just... This is the oven. This is the time. We can confirm the time on the microwave and the oven. I don't care. Film her. Make a video out of it. You fickle microwave.
I can actually use timer.
Just setting up a timer. Kettle on the hob there. Don't know how often that's used. Maybe Panda likes a bit of tea. Biscuits, pickles, all sorts.
There we go. So as of right now, the timer is counting.
See how unhappy she is when he comes back to her? Like, see her face? She's thinking, why did you turn the camera away from me? I'm going to sit here jerking this thing off for 2 minutes. It's worse than when I try and get you hard. At least this thing's already rock solid in my hand. Like, if I take my finger off this, all this stuff will come out the end. So, you know, we're on to a winner here. Whereas you... looking away from her. Look at her. She's not happy.
Down from 2 minutes.
This is like the shake weight, but you...
She's likened it to masturbation, because the shake weight is, of course, a masturbation looking weight thing. So she's having a little... See, she's immediately brought it round to the sex. And let's see his response. Is he going to take her up on this offer of conversational sexual humour? Or is he going to go away from it and say, I don't know if we should talk about this because it's getting around to the idea that we might actually have to have sex?
Timer is counting down from 2 minutes.
This is like the shake weight, but you get a drink after.
Ooh.
So it's better than the shake weight.
If it works, we don't know if it works yet.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
the correct answer is, if you shake weight this, you'll get a drink out of me, love. Way! Get this shake weight. You're covered, frost your face in this drink. Way! Icing it. Frozen. No, Phil's just not taking that. Back then as well, his sense of humour, his whole thing on the streams was all, you know, that sort of way. So why is he not taking that? Why is he just going, yeah, no, you know.
Last night we made the mistake. The cubes weren't frozen yet. They were cold.
Oh my God, you tried to do it with non-frozen ice cubes. What is a non-frozen ice cube? It's water.
But they weren't frozen, and we tried to do it, and all we got was like...
Couldn't wait for the ice cubes to wait. Had to use the correct ice cubes from the jar. So couldn't wait, and instead we just got well, diluted drink, I suppose, because you just added it to water. By the time you shook it around, the energy that you've imparted, the entropy has melted the flaked ice that wasn't properly frozen, and you got a diluted drink.
Foamy iced tea. So we were a little disappointed, but here's hoping that after shaking it for 2 minutes,
It's not going off.
Clock, and it's like this camera work of the zombie shuffle, shaky waddle. Like it does my nut. It does everyone's nut who watches it. Like,
here's hoping that after shaking it for 2 minutes.
It's not going off. Timer.
No, it's working. It counts down like that. Which, as long as that's moving, it means
the point of the timer is that you don't have to look at it. You can just follow the other rest of the action. You don't have to keep looking at it.
it's counting the seconds.
It will beep.
I know it's a weird timer.
Nothing's weird.
So
She getting tired already. She gonna need to do better than that, love.
very exciting to see someone shake.
There she goes. See, look. I'm telling you, she's up for it. Jumping around now. She realised she's on camera. It's time to focus on her. Let's give it some. I can't believe he didn't. Like, he does exploit her a little bit, but I can't believe he doesn't exploit her more. And that sounds bad, but like, he's doing the YouTube. He's got all these young boys watching. He's got the hot young girlfriend, and like, he wants to video the cooker and the fucking cup. And like, does he not understand? And this makes me feel like I'm looking into his mind. Like, through his mind, he's afraid of her and her sexuality.
The slushy magic for 2 minutes. Yes.
Yes, he didn't sound too afraid of her then.
You need a trampoline to do this. You can do backflips while you shake it.
Is that what you're thinking about? Backflips on a trampoline? Because...
Alright, so we're almost approaching a minute at this point. Oh yeah, no, not yet.
So basically, this item is a labour device.
Any second it'll actually go to a minute and you'll see
You can just stop now.
it'll start counting down. There it is. 50.
See, he's more interested in the function of the timer than his girlfriend, who is jumping and squeeing just off to the left.
8 seconds to go.
How old is this video? Good shout. This video is 11 years ago, 48,000 views. Early doors. This is the first one on the list, episode 7.
Keep shaking. In the second half. Keep shaking.
And at this point, me recording it in my world with my hot girlfriend and their fairly new relationship in the condo that they've got. I don't know if they're in the condo there. I'm not so expert on the living arrangements. But in this living arrangement, in this setup, what I'm doing is I'm saying, keep shaking it. And then I'm going up and giving her the saucy, and I'm putting down the camera and I'm throwing that down, and we're doing the sexy, aren't we? But no, there's definitely not going to happen. No.
Keep shaking. Yes. Bouncy, bouncy.
I probably wouldn't give it the old sort of elderly creep vibe. Bouncy.
Mirror the drink.
Hey, I offered to shake it.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Oh, well, I didn't hear it then.
Domestic.
And then you decided to shake instead.
I can't even tell if it looks slushy.
Alright, 30 seconds left.
She's talking, and he's like, yeah, all right, whatever. Whatever, let's back to the cooker for the action.
I can't even tell if it looks slushy.
Yeah,
30
yeah.
seconds left. 30 seconds. Keep shaking. Don't stop. If you stop, the whole process fails. Keep shaking.
Damn.
At the end of it, what I think he's hoping is that she's going to have tired out her masturbation arm, so there's no chance of her trying it on with him later.
This is a lot more intense than it.
15 seconds. Keep.
Yeah, at the end, I want you to unscrew the cap and just splurge it all over your face as well. We're going to put this one on the other part of the internet.
Going. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7.
Obviously not for Phil. He's doing a countdown.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
No, Kitty, no joy.
1. Happy Slushy!
I think it worked.
It might have worked. Let's see what happens.
Oh,
here.
thank God. My arms hurt like.
All right. Let's.
What a brilliant invention. I mean, Phil's lucky he's got a sort of labour-saving wife. Well, she wasn't married, but you know what I mean. Labour-saving device in the kitchen, as in the wood. I'm very misogynistic, it sounds, but I'm, equally happy to do the labour in the kitchen myself. It's a little joke about the fact that he made her do it, okay? But the device itself, the cup, it's not a mod con if you have to spend 2 minutes fucking shaking the bastard for 1 cup of slushy, is it? Like these days, he's got a microwave, coffee machine, things like that. Don't you just want something that you're going to press a button and it's going to do you a slushy? Why? It's a cup. Anyone can shake ice in a cup for 2 minutes and smash it to bits.
Investigate. Let's put it down.
Let's investigate.
Over here.
Over here, where we've actually got the picture. This is troubling me as well. No, I wouldn't enjoy having sex with him. No, that would definitely be a no for me. Fortunately for Panda, it's also a no for her as well. From Phil's. Anyway, look, that's the guide. That's the instruction manual, and it features a young child on the picture. So I would feel uncomfortable myself about buying this item in the shop with Panda, the girlfriend. Like, you know, I would feel uncomfortable about the whole setup, taking it to the counter, standing next to him, being like, yes, I'm buying this young teenage girl an ice maker, like, and they'll be like, is it your daughter or is it your niece? And you're haha. But like, do you know what I mean? It's not haha, it's fucking weird. And like, to suggest to her, like, it's almost like he treats her like a child, isn't it? Oh, here, honey, I'll buy you this child's toy to keep you happy, honey. That's what you like. Like, it's just fucking weird. It's like a misunderstanding of her personality as a young adult woman. And like, maybe there's a sort of like, isn't there a sense, like, I don't know, listen to this, right? This is weirdness, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Isn't there a sense, like, you know, if you're a father, that like your daughter likes, I don't know, Disney or My Little Pony or something, and like you kind of buy her the My Little Pony cake and the card, and then she gets a bit old for it, and then at some point, like, she grows out of it, but you still sort of, you know, buy her the My Little Pony cake and the card and sort of hope that she stays young forever because you don't want to go out dating boys. Do you know what I mean? Or something like that. There's a sense of like Phil just sort of interpreting this sort of like fake safe space of, oh, you like, he does it with Cat. He does it with Cat to this day with the computer games. Oh, we like computer games, don't we, honey? Oh, you do like computer games. Computer games is what we enjoy, isn't it, honey? And is it truly what they really enjoy, or is it a sort of sense of, yeah, I do, don't I? Like, thanks very much. But deep down, she's sort of outgrown it and moved on a little bit. There's a sense of that. And in this situation, Phil's girlfriend has outgrown and moved on from fucking slushy cups, and really should be getting slushied herself on the living room floor by her new, like, okay, he's older than her, people critique it because, like, you know, all that, but they're in the situation now. She's a grown-up allowed to have sex, he's a grown-up allowed to have sex, they're in the condo, he's making money on YouTube. It should be like party time and sex should be involved, but it just isn't, because he's bought her a slushy cup instead. I'm sorry, I keep going on about it. Listen, I keep going on about it and making sex the subject of the content here, I guess. But for me, and this is, I didn't know that this one was going to feature Panda. I just went back to the first one. For me, it's a huge, like, important dynamic of this relationship that they have. So I will be talking about it when I see it. But, you know, everyone's got a different thing that they get angry about with Phil and his content. Lots of people get angry about similar things. For me, this is one thing that stares at and screams out at me, because I think it's just like, it's like the whole relationship, and like, we'll see more of it when we watch more of their videos, but it's like the whole relationship, there's this, not elephant in the room, but like sort of missing thing from the room, which is like this aspect of it. And it's a real shame, because he wasted all of his time with her and wasted all of her time with him.
I think it worked.
Not that sex is the be all and end all of the relationship, but like, you know, come on. And did it work? Sorry, I've got it zoomed in a bit funny. So wait, we've got to do the reveal. Did it worked? Did it work? Because I'm telling you this. No. Did it worked?
I think it worked.
It looks like shit.
I don't know.
Partially slushy.
There's a giant cube of ice in there. When the Victorians invented ice cream, when the British Victorians invented ice cream, they basically just put cream and churned it with ice around it, didn't they? And it froze the cream. This is what's happening there, but the ice is inside the cup. And you've done it with Snapple. So it looks like scum on a beach that's had a pollution problem.
Almost Slushy.
Damn it.
And what she's got there in hand that he's not mentioned is another part of the big ticket price is the silicon or plastic scoop spoon dipper. A plastic spoon that came with the cup.
Hey.
Damn it.
It's kind of slushy.
I'm shaking it a little more.
What?
What? Why the surprise? That's the only thing you could possibly choose to do if it's not working. It looks like AI's done a hand there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's not, is it? Because your thumb is involved. Wait, what's going on? Thumb, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Answers on a postcard.
I want slushy, not half slushy.
Well, I think what you gotta do is take the cubes out, and then you'll have a whole slushy.
You see the way she acts into that then? Well, this is an important part of this for me as well. So much of it is an important part of it for me. But she sort of falls into it. He's like, treats her like she's like, then I want slushy, like a child. Like she infantilizes, I think is the right term, infantilizes. And he treats her in that way. He goes, well, then you better take the ice out. And like, you know, he treats her like a more serious adult tone. And she responds to it with like little naughty girl. And like, if you want to play sort of like naughty schoolgirl in the bedroom or whatever, maybe that's an antagonism that she's giving him in that way to sort of, you know, antagonize sexually. But I think more what it is really is that she's just falling into the line of this sort of infantilized personality, because he is infantilizing. He bought her a slushy cup and she's like trying to play up to the role in some way. I can't quite explain it. Like trying to, like I said, like if a parent buys you the Lion King t-shirt and you're like 14 or 15, you don't really want a Lion King t-shirt, but they bought you anyway, and like, you know, thanks, you know, you might infantilize a little bit about how cool it is to have the Lion King. I don't know, I can't explain it properly, but you can see it in action here. Look.
Well, I think what you gotta do is take the cubes out, and then you'll have a whole slushy.
Slushy, you little bastard. Oh my god, just imagine you're getting this for your kids. You'd have to do this shit all the time.
Well, you're supposed to have...
And then she actually takes a different leap there, doesn't she? She says, imagine you're getting this for your kid. So this is her stating, I'm not a kid. You're infantilizing me, but I'm taking the role of adult here. Look, imagine you were doing it for a kid. Imagine you were getting it for a kid. I'm grown up now. I'm out in the real world with my boyfriend, and we've got our own little apartment condo, and like, you know, I could have kids. So like, she's actually stating overtly in the sort of conversation between them that like, don't treat me like a little girl.
The kids do it.
Yeah, fuck that. The kids will be fucking, they'll just spray it like this.
Alright, so what you should do, I think, take the cubes out and put them in the sink, and we'll see if the rest is slushy or not.
So it's watch, it's like 1% slushy.
Oh, they're not actually ice cubes. They're like freezer bags, aren't they? They're little bags that go in frozen, so they don't break up, but the drink freezes. It's the same process of making ice cream in a churn. So you've got to refreeze those bags.
Yep, just toss that. No.
So you're buying little freezy bags and a cup.
No. Just put it in.
What did he say then? What was the noise he made?
Yep, just toss that. No.
What was that?
Yep, just toss that. No. Just put it in the sink. Just leave it there.
Just put it in the sink and leave it there. For fuck's sake, Panda. Crying out loud.
Yep, just toss that. No. Just put it in the sink. Just leave it there.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the whole counter soaked. Even in the sink.
She's not. Oh, she wasn't gonna, was she? She wasn't gonna. She was thinking, I'm still bringing this out the sink, you fuck. And like, she's like, leave it in the sink. Little domestics.
Even in the sink.
Fine.
And she does that again. He takes the dominant role, and she turns into a little girl again. Fine. Like, it's a very strange relationship they have. They are young. Bear in mind, right? He's very young in his own way as well. Like, he's not a very mature sort of person, and she is young. So it's okay for them to have these strange behaviours and work them out. But, you know, as they grow and mature, they should be eradicated and worked out. And for Panda, it has. She moved on. She left him. She has a much more healthy relationship. She grew up. For Phil, not so much.
Even in the sink.
Fine. and your damn sink problems.
One more.
Where the... Come out, you little bastard.
It's in there. There it is. There it is.
So to make your own slushy at home, what you have to do is freeze these freezer bag things, put them in the cup, put the fluid in the cup, shake the, which you have to provide yourself, shake the cup like Billy-O, and then remove. You're tired. Then you remove them from the cup. You wash them. Then you put them back in the freezer. Then you've got your cup, and when you've removed them, you've got half a cup now because they took up half the volume in the cup. So for half a cup of slushy, you've had to go through a laborious process that involves manual labour and the washing of the items. It just seems like a waste of time.
Want that piece of slushy.
Wow. So for all of your efforts.
Phil, you bought this from a shop called As Seen on TV, where no doubt they displayed the product and demonstrated it in front of you. You were wowed by it to the point where you bought it for your girlfriend from the shop. You have purchased this. If you think it's bad, you are an idiot for purchasing it. You had every opportunity to realise this before you purchased it, and your problem mainly is that it's not a big full cup of stuff. I've explained loads of other problems on the way, which because you weren't the one shaking it, you've obviated. It hasn't mattered. But realistically, this is not a good product from start to finish. Not just now you've got half a cup. Why did you buy it?
You only got less than half a cup of actual slushy. So of course now the test is you have to taste it and see what it's like.
And Panda's now going to do that for it. Now the test is Panda. Obviously the next part in this video will be you tasting it. Obviously. We didn't have to script it. We all know what's going to happen next.
Liquidy on the inside.
Is you have to taste it and see what it's like.
It's very liquidy on the inside.
It's liquid primarily, Panda. It's only just turned to solid. That's the whole process. That's the whole point of it. It's like baby food. Where's... Again, you're filming your young hot GF doing this, and watch with your camera angle. He's only concerned about the cup. Like... I'm not suggesting he should exploit her more or sexualise her more, but I don't understand his brain operation. If I was doing it, I'd try and make my girlfriend look good. I wouldn't like make her look bad by cutting off half of her face and following the food into her mouth, focusing on the cup. I'd like stand back a bit, think about the framing. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just don't give a... It's not on his mind, is it? Like...
Tastes like Snapple.
Of course it tastes like fucking Snapple, that's all it is.
Well, no kidding. What do you think it's made of? It tastes like Snapple. But it tastes fine. Doesn't have any
No,
weird...
she was self-aware there. She knew what she was saying. It's funny. Like, and the joke is, of course, it's what's the point in a taste test? Like, it's just good. You might as well have just drunk Snapple.
taste to it or anything?
No, of course it's not got a different taste, Phil. It's ice. The difference is in the sensation of it being cold and more of a solid. That's a texture difference, not a taste difference.
I don't know, it feels a little watered down almost for a slice.
Yeah, it will be a little bit watered down, won't it, by the frozen, like whether there's, I don't know whether any of the ice came out of that bag thing that you put in it, but like, yes, yes.
Well, it's not, it is. I mean, it is very watery.
And I would also suggest that maybe as you freeze Snapple, some of the components that make it like tasty maybe fall to the bottom, and some of the water freezes at different rates, so you end up with a more dilute slushy taste because it's not a slushy that's been flavoured with Snapple.
I have to admit.
I don't know why I have to be a fucking expert on Snapple slushies. Now, Cat, you can't eat the wires.
Now, what they say in the instructions is the colder the drink you use, that it'll be easier, it'll come out better. Now, we've had this in the fridge all day, so we literally just took it out of the fridge.
What they mean is the colder the drink, the quicker it takes to freeze, isn't it? So, like, obviously don't use a fucking coffee, a hot coffee. It's going to take ages while you shake it.
The ice cubes were in the freezer, and we did it. So, what do you think? Is it a bust, or is it a success?
Will you be busting? Is it a bust?
Freezer, and we did it. So, what do you think? Is it a bust?
A bust?
Took it out of the fridge. The ice cubes were in the freezer, and we did it. So, what do you think? Is it a bust?
A bust?
Took it out of the fridge. The ice cubes were in the freezer, and we did it. So, what do you think? Is it a bust, or is it a success?
Considering
A bust or a success? They're the two metrics. Didn't manage to find a rhyming word for bust, did we? A bust or a must? Is it a bust or a must? Not hot enough on his thinking. Is it a bust? I like the way bust is in his mind though. Is he thinking about that? The shaking, has it got into his head? Is he scared about it? Is this going to inspire a bit of saucy time behind the scenes when the camera goes down, or I don't think so.
Did it. So, what do you think? Is it a bust or is
Looks like she's eating out of a fleshlight.
a success?
Well, considering 2 minutes of shake waiting for only this much,
Not
I'd
even
say it was
half a
kind
cup of slush.
You know what would be fine for a kid? Look at that on the guide. Look how much they show.
Yeah, it would be fine for a kid. It's designed for a kid.
That's impossible unless they.
That's impossible. Missold the products on the basis that you thought you could have more in your cup, but I am guaranteeing you that if you buy this from a store that is called the As Seen on TV store, that there will be demonstrations and VT rolling, won't there? That's what those stores are all about. So he must have, my imagination tells me that he's walked past someone in a store shaking the fuck out of one of these cups and saying, "Hey, have you tried the new fun drink Slushy Magic?" They're not doing much business with the kids that day, so Phil walked past and trundled up. And after 20 minutes of talking to the guy, telling him how he can make Slushy this and do that, and he's ended up buying one. Panda, "Daddy, can we please have it?"
Left the cubes in the cup.
They probably did. What a bunch of assholes. But it comes with a magic recipe book.
They left the cubes.
For kids. Look at that on the guide. Look how much they show.
That's impossible unless they left the cubes in the cup.
They probably did. What a bunch of assholes. But
What a bunch of assholes. I think the asshole trick is providing you with a plastic cup for money, an overpriced plastic cup. And what you've actually paid for is the marketing, the book you're holding, this plastic spoon, and you've really just bought a plastic cup.
It comes with a magic recipe book. And look, you can use grenadine syrup and make a Shirley Temple slush. That'd be great for the kids. And
So what they've done is they filled the book with just words, like copy and paste words just to fill a book, so that you end up thinking you've got something in your hands, but really there's nothing of any content there. A bit like Phil's Level 1 podcast.
some vanilla pink. You can use yogurt and chocolate milk. And seltzer and sports drinks and.
You can use any liquid.
Alright, so
Even piss, as long as it's been chilled in the fridge to an adequate temperature beforehand so as not to increase the time taken to do the shake.
the Slushy Magic, I don't know. For me, it seems like it's
Although
more
I would assume that everyone would agree that it's probably best not to use piss.
of a fun thing for activity for a kid rather than if you actually want to make
I can't believe he's going to rate it so poorly after having bought it on the premise that he wanted to buy it and bring it home and use it. Like, if you thought this was bad, why have you bought it? Yeah, I don't know, it's not very good. Probably, like, not very good, really. Not going to use this much. Like, why did you buy it? Like, you're wasting your money.
Slushy.
Not when the mom.
And your audience at this point, Phil's audience at this point, would have been teenage boys, gamers, like, it would have been predominantly that. And they are not going to be interested in whether they need to buy a slushy maker for a child. But to this day, we are.
It seems like it's more of a fun thing for activity for a kid rather than if you actually want to make a slushy.
Not when the
Which is why I think it's a bad choice for you to buy for your girlfriend, Phil. That's why I thought that was the whole concept was around the principle of, it seems like you bought your girlfriend a child's toy to keep her happy. And that sets up a very strange conversation about the dynamic in your relationship.
Alright, so Slushy Magic, I don't know. For me, it seems like it's more of a fun thing for activity for a kid rather than if you actually want to make a slushy.
Not when the mom.
Didn't you know that before you bought it? Couldn't you tell from the packaging? Wouldn't that have been the outline of, like, tonight we're going to be reviewing the Slushy Magic. It seems like a child's toy that's just a bit of banal fun, overpriced rubbish. But let's see if we can make a real slushy out of it. Instead of, I was hoping for better when I bought this item with the picture of the child and the plastic. I was hoping to get like a proper gas station slushy in my own home. It turns out it's not that good. I've been missold this product. Like, consumer awareness. Like, the difference, Phil, is not that everyone needs educating on this and it's consumer awareness. It's that you should have seen this coming. You were the one that they saw coming when they sold you this crap. You're not educating the rest of us. We knew from the start when you showed us what it was, that it was a piece of shit. You've had to learn it through the using of the thing. And as I repeat, and I hate reiterating these points so many times, but as I repeat, you probably saw some sort of video or demonstration in the store as well.
Listen.
Alright, so slushy magic, I don't know. For me, it seems like it's more of a fun thing for activity for a kid rather than if you actually want to make a slushy.
Not when the mom has to do it. Hell no. I'd be like, go screw yourself, kids.
And you don't really get a lot.
She talked about being a mom again. Maybe you're right. Maybe she did want a little baby, but she's still quite young for doing that at this time. She's still in her teenage years. I think she's like 19, maybe. Like, I think they got talking. Like, there's the whole borderline. I'm not exactly sure on all the dates. So one of the things I'm not very good at in life is dates and remembering all those sort of things. So yeah, approximates.
And look, it's already melting. Look, it's already becoming liquid.
All that she wants is a piggy baby. She's gone tomorrow, boy. All that she wants is a piggy baby. Oh, whoa. When she woke up late in the morning light and you're playing Street Fighter, she come down to the lounge and she said, oh, what a smell this. It's not a day for workies, it's a day for having fun. Just sitting on the sofa drinking. I forget it.
I think this one's a bust. On my DSP tries it scale, I'm probably going to give it like a 1.5 out of 5.
What is that, a 1.5 out of 5 in terms of the age range for the people that should be using the product, or is that your score for it?
It makes slush, technically yes, but the slush melts super fast, it doesn't make a lot, and it's a lot of work.
You're a lot of work, Phil, wobbling that camera around like you're having...
Alright, so that's it for DSP tries it for slushy magic.
That's my rating.
Oh, what's
It looks like a little...
your rating? A 1 out of 5.
Yeah, she didn't get to rate it. She was the one that did it all. She was the one that tried it. She was the one that went through the process. Phil rated it. Okay, I've watched you do it. I'll now take over. Like, she did everything. You just wobbled the camera around like you stood on a I don't know what they call those boards that you get at the gym. Stood on a wobble board.
Work.
Also, in the background, you can see as well, which we're kind of glossing over. We'll get to see more of it in the Phil content. I intend to do more of these historical Phils. They're fun. Everyone gets to do them. I'm a detractor. So, like, in the background there, he's got the computer game artwork on the walls, but these statues that you can see, then if you get a good image of them, really, in the background, you've got Guile there from Street Fighter. You've got another chuffer who's big, muscly, hunched over man. They're these, like, I think they're made out of plastic. I don't know, like plastic statues of video game characters, like looking real muscly and sexy. And Phil, I think, was sold them at the computer game shop as if they would be collectibles. They're quite expensive, and I think he was under the impression, naively, that if he bought them, they would retain their value or increase in value, because they're collectibles. Do you know what I mean? So he has filled his small living space with crap that he doesn't need, but the choice of it, like the computer game stuff, I get it. He plays computer games on the internet, classic Mario, retro cool stuff on the walls. But the figures, the statues of the most muscle-bound, like he does buy some lady ones as well at some point, but like it's just a little bit, like there's nothing wrong with being gay. It's a little bit homoerotic. I think there's something wrong with being repressed homosexual and engaging in a relationship with a young lady, but not having sex with her ever.
Alright, so that's it for DSP tries it for slushy magic.
That's my rating.
Oh, what's your rating? A 1 out of 5.
Because that was a lot of effort. My arms are killing me. For this
Won't be able to do any sex later then. You're probably tired.
much.
Alright.
Look at this.
Right, he's so fed up of it. You can hear it in the tone of his voice. Look, you've said it's a 1. Can you shut up now? It's my turn again. Like, right.
Tries it for slushy magic.
That's my rating.
Oh, what's your rating? A 1 out of 5.
Because that was a lot of effort. My arms are killing me. For this much.
Alright.
Look at this. I could probably chug this.
It's more liquid than anything else. False advertising.
Yeah, look at that. Ooh.
Yep. Alright, so that's it for DSP.
False advertising. You bought it from the ads as seen on TV store. Like, maybe he's deliberately bought it because he thinks it's a bad product and he can review it and that'll get more views because, reviewing a bad product. But it makes him look stupid, in my opinion. What are all these playbooks lined up and, like, what are all these books stacked up like that for? It's weird. It's create a sort of barrier shelf. Yeah, I think this is a bad choice from Phil to do this video in the first place. I wouldn't have bought the product. I think he looks stupid for buying the product. And but you know, I am thinking there's a consideration here that you could argue he's got a YouTube channel. He got a lot of views off this, and each view was money. So you know, buy an interesting thing off the internet that's been seen on the telly and do a review of it. Maybe, you know, slate it, say how bad it is. It's kind of what I'm doing here. Is I'm re-reviewing him doing this review and saying how bad it is.
False advertising.
Yeah, look at that.
False advertising.
Ooh.
Yep. All right, so that's it for DSP tries it for Slushy Magic. Again, it'll seem
Yum, 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 she's eating it though.
like something that would be fun for a little kid to do as a little thing,
Don't
but
waste good Snapple on it.
don't expect anything amazing out of it.
she interrupted him and he tried to talk over it. Don't waste good snap. Like, don't expect anything good from it. There'll be no sex tonight.
All right, so that's it for DSP tries it for Slushy Magic. Again, it seems like something that would be fun for a little kid to do as a little thing,
Don't
but
waste good Snapple on it.
don't expect anything amazing out of it.
I wonder myself as well, you know, when he said, but don't expect anything amazing out of it. I wonder whether she petitioned him, oh, can we have a Slushy Magic? Look, that looks cool. And he said to her, no, it's going to be shit. And she's like, well, like, are you sure? And he's like, well, we'll buy it and I'll show you. I'll prove it to you. You thought this was going to be good. I'm going to shit on it. Like, maybe it was that. Notice as well in the background, is that a massive bottle of gin? We've got the Keurig coffee maker. We've got the coffee maker things. Is that the Keurig? It's not the Keurig yet. It's the old coffee maker. But the is that a big bottle of gin? Is that like a fucking monster bottle of gin? It's not fairy liquid, is it? It's not washing up liquid. What's that? So there you go. DSP tries it. 1 out of 10. Sorry, 1 out of 5 for the Slushy Magic, which always looked to be shit from the minute go. So can't understand why he thought that was going to be good. I'm going to get a thumbnail, and it's either going to be... I should sign off before I do the thumbnail, but it's got to be one of these, hasn't it? Of her like lifting shit out of this. But they're not very sharp images. But it should be that, really, shouldn't it? For Slushy Magic. Maybe that. Oh, you can't see properly, look. There you go. Maybe I'll grab that. I like faces as well. Maybe I have Panda shaking it. Or the picture on the box of the child. That's another one that I think is a bit of a standout moment. Or maybe the cup itself.
It's a shake waiting for only this much.
Not even half a cup.
Like, that should be... If he could just stand still and let the camera like focus on the thing, you'd get a shot of it. But like, even finding a thumbnail from his filming is nigh on impossible. There, it's sharp. Slushy Magic. It looks shit. Just looks shit. And that's what I like. No, that's what I like. It's very weird. It just like, what? That's what should have been his thumbnails are total shit for this. They're just the word DS. It's this thing, this logo every time. But that's the weirdness of this. It's like, why did you buy this? Like, you should have seen that on the box and thought, this isn't really for me. Like, that's what that's what throws me the most about it. Slushy Magic. Okay. Right, yeah. So if you're watching this on battery exhausted, you be good, and if you can't be good, you're naughty, which means it's the end of the... And that'll cut there. What do you mean the jelly beans? You mean when I ate the jelly beans? Do you know what happened to them? The fucking dog ate them. I've still got the box all chewed up. They were expensive, and we didn't eat all of them, and the dog got on the table, not my dog, my sister's dog, got on the table, because they were on the table, like, not, they weren't just like in dog reach. She got on the table, she snarfled them, and I didn't know for about 2 days, because I wouldn't think I need to eat the jelly beans. And I just noticed this like box of chewed up, and I was like, hang on, where's that? Like, in the dog bed. And I was like, the fucking jelly beans! They were expensive. Yeah, we can do shit like that, yeah.